Okay, you guys. So, about a day or two ago, we have some news on the Transformers 1 art book here, and this was posted all over Twitter a few days ago. And production designer Jason, his last name is Shire, something like that. I don't know how you pronounce his last name, but shout out to him. He posted about this, and somehow some copies it got out there onto the internet, like full, like the whole 70 or so pages, I believe it is. But Jason was just showing off some of the contents in the book. He posted that video, and then TF Hype Guy reposted this, and he put a link to the Google file of the whole art book. So I just want to kind of run through this art book here and talk about some standout art pieces, at least in my opinion, in this book. I'm not going to go over everything, just some of the stuff that I really like to see. It starts out with this really badass art of Optimus and Megatron facing off. And it seems like this book is by Ramin Zahid or something like that. So shout out to him. Maybe I'll go through some of the writings in here and talk about the work of this. But for right now, I'm just talking about the actual images and the artwork in this book. Megatron's crazy looking eyes. I love that, man. You just get a whole nother world with Transformers 1 on Cybertron. And you get a ton of different art pieces just showcasing the world that this movie gets lost in for, what is it, like an almost 2-hour runtime, like an hour and 50 minutes or something. It is just so cool. I will say a lot of the robot designs aren't my favorite, just the way they took the style of some of the Cybertronians, in my opinion. But the way they made Cybertron look and the way they depicted it was just so kind of magical and really kind of Disney movie-like, if that makes any sense. It's like they took the way Cybertron looked during aligned continuity, and they kind of just added some Disney movie magic to it a little bit and spruced things up in a way that makes it look a bit more mystical, to me at least. So that is really nice, man. And you get some looks at the characters and Megatron and Optimus, that conflict and friendship through art a little bit, which is really nice. They really take you through some aspects and scenes of the movie, and then you also get some concept arts of the main 4 characters themselves: Orion, Alita, B, and Megs, or D16. And then you get a look at some artwork for the 13 Primes and Sentinels, thieving ass, and you get some images that look to be basically screenshots from the movie, but put through like a drawing perspective. It looks like somebody drew some of the scenes from the movie itself, while also incorporating some actual concept art from the production of the movie itself, which is pretty cool. So this book would have been really nice to see released, man. It seems like it's not going to be released or something. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes in terms of the details with that, but it would be really cool for, fans of this movie and just Transformers fans in general to be able to get their hands on this book. I wouldn't mind paying like $60 for this book to just have it in my own Transformers collection, because there is some really nice art in here. And you even get a look at my guy Jazz. This looks like him pre-Cog, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I mean, again, I'm not the biggest fan of some of these TF1 designs like Sentinel and Megatron and Alita 1 and Optimus and stuff, but Jazz, they did Jazz right, in my opinion. He looks dope. Alpha Trion as well, like him and Arachnid, I think, look great. Some of the Viacon looking security guards don't look too shabby. So yeah, there's not bad designs. They're just not some of my favorites, a lot of these. You get a good look at some of the way they animated some of these Cybertronian designs and vehicle modes. You even get a look at Cybertron and the inside of that and some of the inner workings of the cities and everything involved with them creating a culture on this alien world, which is so cool, man. Like, they really take you through some epic looking stuff that is really film worthy, just in terms of the art alone and the way they encapsulate Cybertron in this way that actually seems like it has a functioning society, a culture, just everything involved with making, with stories and stuff like that, making it sort of a parallel in many ways to how Earth works. So it is really cool seeing all the levels of thought and detail that went into the backgrounds and the design of these characters, and especially the planet of Cybertron and the organic life that they kind of threw in there. Or like, it's not really organic life, it looks like. It more seems like Cybertron, like metal life that kind of looks organic but isn't. I don't know, I could be wrong on that, but it seems like the organic life just looks organic, but it's still like a metal creature or something like that. If that makes sense. I just noticed that looking at this book. Actually, this the whole like year and 2 months since this movie's been out, I just thought it was organic life. But you get more of an in-depth look at the Quintesson stuff, like the ship, which is the mothership for the Quintessons. I really hope they, in whatever media, whether that's a Transformers 1 sequel or a live-action movie or the comics or a cartoon, they delve into the Quintessons a bit more. You see it here and there, like in the Bayverse, just a tad bit in Age of Extinction. You see it here in Transformers 1 a little bit. You saw it in Cyberverse and G1. But they don't really, like, go in depth with different alien worlds and the Quintessons especially, which in some iterations of Transformers, they're the reason why they exist, Cybertron and everything like that. So you would think there would be more of a prominent role in Transformers fiction, but I don't know, I just really want to see more alien stuff explored in this franchise, whether it's the Quintessons or some other race that comes to war with the Autobots and Decepticons. That would be really cool to see. You get more art of the 13 Prime stuff, which just looks so ancient and frankly beautiful, man. Like, this is just so cool, the way they animated and designed and drew all these details in there. It really looks like the Cybertronians were honoring these leaders of Cybertron at one point, which is really cool, man. Just so much stuff. Optimus versus Megatron. You get the race in this movie, some artwork from that. It's really kind of focused around the rise and fall of Orion and D16's relationship throughout this movie, while also wrapping around some other stuff like the background of Cybertron, some other character designs, the 13 Primes. So this is really cool to look at, man. Like, this book, the Aligned Continuity book, like we've been eating good the last month or so with new artwork and just lore and read-ups on this book. I know Chris McFeely and Theorymus and whoever else, like, who do scripted videos talking about lore and everything, they're gonna have a field day using these books going forward for certain lore videos. I just know it, and this is amazing. I'm even going to be doing some more lore videos on the Aligned Continuity book, some story stuff from that is really interesting from early versions of the movies and the continuity itself. And probably I'm going to be doing some read-ups, going through some of the paragraphs and passages in this art book as well for Transformers 1. So stay tuned for all that content coming on the channel, guys. But yeah, let me know down below, how do y'all feel about this art book here for Transformers 1? I really hope this sees the light of day and gets like an actual sort of mass release where people can buy this, because this book looks so amazing, dude. But yeah, guys, let me know down below, how do y'all feel about this art book here for Transformers 1? And yeah, thank y'all for watching this video. Catch y'all in the next one. Bye.